Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Sigma Real Estate Studios. I'm your host, Jimmy O'Done, and today we have up May's numbers. As most of you are aware, we've been tracking every single month here on the channel to see which way the market's going. And I know which way the buyers want to see it go, and I know which way the sellers want to see it go. Now, for the most important part, we've been on an uptrend, but certain markets around the US are starting to fizzle out. So out of the top 50 housing markets that are turning ugly, 15 of them are in Florida, 9 are in Illinois, none are in New York, there's 3 in Connecticut, and 1 in New Jersey. So the good news for the sellers in New York is there's still time to sell. But on the buyer side, competition may still be fierce. But enough of that. Time for Westchester numbers. So hit that like button and let's go. Okay, so as usual, we're tracking the 5 major numbers, which are the median sales price, new listings, pending sales, days on market, and homes available for sale. Now, I haven't even looked at these numbers yet, and first up is median sales price, so let's check it out. And woo-wee, would you look at that? That's a big spike. Look at that, 755 to 765. So an increase in 10 grand. Again, we were hoping right here would be kind of the slowdown, but we see prices are still trending upward. So, I mean, overall, this doesn't look to be a good sign for the buyers. Definitely still a good sign for the sellers. Now let's take a look at number 2, which is new listings. Okay, I like this. I definitely like this. So we have February, March, April, May. Okay, so you can see this is like one of the highest numbers. Let's try going back 10 years. Wow, look at this. This is more than, let's go back max. Okay. Wow, look at this. This was the market crash. Look at how many new listings were just straight up. Anyway, so to see this is a really good sign. I'm really happy to be looking at this. This means that more properties are coming out. This is going to give buyers more opportunity to go ahead and find something. And hopefully what this will also do is help lower the prices a little bit, or at least stabilize the market a little bit. Third up, we have pending sales. And let's see. Okay, well, pending sales are also higher than, look at this, 2006. Look how low they were, even though we had all these new listings coming on. Look at that, just bottomed out completely. This doesn't make me too happy because this is just telling me that although we had more listings, we also had more of them go under contract. So that's telling me that there's still a lot of buyers out there and you should still put your best foot forward when submitting your offer. And number 4, which is days on market, let's see, drum roll, crunching the numbers. Okay, so it's still hovering. That 35 mark seems to be the lowest that we can get it to go. Again, keep in mind, this is how long it takes from when the property's listed to when it goes under contract, not necessarily how long it was available for. As of right now, we're still seeing most properties are getting accepted offers within 7 to 10 days. And until that changes, I really don't think this one's going to move anywhere. And then number 5, homes available for sale. This just tells us how many homes are available for sale at the current moment. Now, once we dip below a certain number, it starts to get really ugly. And let's see what we're looking at for May. We have 1,722 homes available for sale right now. That's it, in the entire county, which if we look at months supply, which is a better indicator to look at, look at this. We're down to 3.2 months. So if we have no new listings coming on at all, it will take us 3.2 months to sell every single house left on the market. That's not a good thing. We kind of want to be more in this 6 range, which is like an equilibrium. So until we can get back there or start at least going back up, I don't think that's going to happen. And I mean, we could see here from December, January, I mean, just completely been a downhill. You know, it looked like we were starting to go back up back in 2018 into 19, and then obviously just went completely down from there. So, I mean, looking at all these numbers, what I do like is that we're seeing a lot more listings come out. And even though there's a lot of deals that are going under pending, it's still like, keep in mind, how many buyers can there be out there? Eventually, the list of buyers starts to dwindle. So yes, we're seeing a lot of those buyers go under contract, but we're also seeing a lot of listings come out. So the idea is eventually, I don't want to say we'll run out of buyers, but I think we'll run out of the highly motivated buyers that we're seeing, the ones that are going above asking, the ones that are waiving all their contingencies. I think those types of buyers are going to slow down a little bit. And it'll give more opportunity to everybody else, not only to be able to actually inspect the house, but to take your time when looking at it. Because what I'm noticing is pre-COVID, I would say, let's just say I would show 10 houses. And out of those 10 houses, the buyer would put in an offer usually on one of them. So 1 for 10. Now I'm showing 10 houses and buyers are putting in offers on all 10. So it's kind of like some of those offers aren't even real. It's just like, all right, well, might as well try, and they throw it on the board. But it's showing the sellers, oh my God, we have 15 offers. When in reality, a lot of those people don't even want that house. They're just bidding on it to try to get into a house. So I think once the narrative can turn and buyers are finally sick of this and say, you know what, like, we're fed up, we're not doing this anymore, the more buyers that start to turn that fold, I think the more it'll start to shift the market faster. Unfortunately, the media does what they do best, and they sell stories. And right now they're selling a story of record low interest rates. If you don't buy a house now, you'll have to pay 20% in interest. Like, come on. They're selling the story of there's never going to be a home available for sale again. Like, if you don't buy one now, you'll never get into a home. When we know that's not the case. There's still homes out there. And I think it's just this hysteria. Remember, the hysteria of buying toilet paper. It's not that we didn't have enough toilet paper. It's just people were buying toilet paper who didn't necessarily need toilet paper. So I look at it the same way right now. Do I think the market's going to crash? No. I do think, though, that eventually we'll have to stabilize. There's no choice. I'm talking to appraisers, and they're finding it harder and harder to comp out these properties for these ridiculous numbers. So that's a sign right there. We're also seeing more and more properties fall out of contract, which could be one of two things. Either A, the pre-approval just was a bogus pre-approval and the buyer really didn't qualify for the mortgage, or number two, could be the appraisal. So if the appraisal is coming in low and the buyer doesn't want to pay the difference and the seller doesn't want to pay the difference, well, then the deal falls apart. So we are seeing some signs of a tipping point. It'll be very interesting to see kind of how these next few months play out. This is really our peak, May, June, July. This is when we get most listings. And I mean, let's just look. In this chart, you can see new listings over the courses from 2016 to 2021. I mean, we're more or less like, look at this. It looks almost identical with the hiccup of right here where we did lose a lot of our inventory. But I mean, look, it's usually May, June last year, May, June, July. That's really going to be the big indicator of which way the market's going to move. And then what's this little spike? So we got September is that next big pop. So we get it right now and we get another pop in September. So hopefully we can get back to these trends of 16, 17, 18, 19 and not 20. So that way things can relax. Now, if you are in the market right now and you need to sell a home or you need to buy a home, then click that Calendly link down below. It'll get you a free call with myself or a member of the team. The market is hot right now, and if you utilize digital marketing, especially video the right way, you could sell your house for that much more. If you're a buyer and you just have no clue where to begin and you've been watching along and these videos have really helped out, then please, click that Calendly link. I'd love to hop on a call with you. Now, before you go, we do have a video, the top 5 mistakes that people make when they're putting in their offers, and these are not mistakes you want to make because you want your offer accepted right. So go ahead, watch that video. But before you do, you know the drill. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell, and I will see you here next time. I'm Jimmy O'Done, and this was the Westchester County Market Update.